So in this video, let's see how to create scripts for the database, for an existing database. Now sometimes taking a full backup and restoring it on the other device may encounter issues, especially when the SQL Server Management Studio versions differ from one system to another system. So in those situations, or when you really want to have a script which you don't want to write the script manually, in either of the situations you can generate the scripts for existing database. So let's say I'll right click, and in the task you have generate scripts. So you'll get a wizard. So let's say next. We will say script the entire database, or we can say select specific database objects. Now I would want to take the second option because I just want to remove this migration history. When you are giving someone the script, just give the script without the migration history. They will get all those migration history when they enable it on theirs, when they enable migrations through Visual Studio on their side. So you should not be sending them. It will create confusions. So here I'll remove this and then click on next. Now this is the important part. In the advanced mode, make sure you have selected types of data to script to schema and data. So what this will do, if you just leave it at schema, only the create table statements would be existing, but you will lose the data. Now you can choose that. Now if there is large amount of data and you don't want to give that person the data, if it is only the schema and they will take care of inserting the data, you can leave it at schema. Otherwise you can say schema and data, so that would create insert statements also in the script, which you will see in a while. So I'll click on OK. Now it is also asking me where you would want to save that script. So I'll just say save. You can create it into a new query window also, but let me just go ahead and put it into a script file. So I will choose the same thing again. Let's say C users public downloads. So I'll give some name as temple underscore 250621. Okay, and the extension will be .sql. It will take it by itself. So I'll click on next, and again I'll click on next. So let's wait for it to generate the scripts. So it is done, and I'll say finish. So if we go back to that file, so we have the script file here. Now I have associated .sql file with Notepad, but generally it will open with SQL Server Management Studio. So you can see here the create table statements. Now there is a lot of other SQL Server specific keywords here, which we need not worry. They will be running on the other side by itself. But more importantly, now this is all standard SQL. Okay, all this is standard SQL. If you want to create a separate script with only these things, you can copy paste into that separate script. And if you scroll down below, you'll see that it has all the insert statements also created. So this is also a very nice way of transferring your database into other machine, or sending someone a script file rather than sending them a full backup file. So what they would do, they would copy paste this and come to their SQL server. They would go ahead and create a database of their choice, and then after they have created, they'll say new query on that, and then they'll paste and then execute. So all those things will be executed. So make sure that now if you are planning to use the script as it is, the database should be existing. Or if you created some other, like let's say temple database, then instead of use temple DB, you should give as temple database. Otherwise it will just, when you try to execute, it will say this temple database or whatever does not exist. So you just first create it and then run the script, and you will have everything created automatically.